What is good, YouTube? This is my bonus video on Jon Snow's mother from the Games of Thrones season 6. So obviously in the final episode we found out that all the theories were right. R plus L equals J. Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark equals Jon Snow, but obviously it's not Jon Snow, it's Jon Targaryen. So we've been getting visions all the way through the season of the Tower of Joy. So anybody who kind of has a kind of theory-based logical mind would have tried to be guessing who Jon Snow's mother was all the way through the season. I'm pretty sure most people got it right, but they left it to the last episode to unveil it, probably to keep you watching at most like scenario. So in this finale, Bran's last vision, we get a young Ned Stark running up the stairs to his sister, who is screaming and crying. She's in pain. She's basically dying whilst giving birth. So she gives birth to a baby, and she whispers in young Ned Stark's ear, Jon, and says, "Promise me you won't tell anyone. Promise me you won't tell anyone." And to be fair, he didn't tell anyone. No one knew. He didn't even tell Jon Snow when he sent it into the wall. He didn't say anything about his mother. He kept the secret to a T. So obviously, Jon Targaryen is related to Daenerys. Obviously, the Mad King was a Targaryen, and that was her dad. So it was going to be really interesting now, is because Jon Targaryen and Daenerys Targaryen are related. But what will be interesting is when Jon Targaryen finds out that he's really called Jon Targaryen, Jon Snow, how will he react? And obviously Bran can kind of communicate with people in other forms. So is Bran Stark going to reach out to him in that kind of sense? Is he going to try and reach out to him and tell him that he's a Targaryen? And also another thing that could happen is Jon Targaryen and Daenerys Targaryen could form an alliance. Yes, an alliance. Them two together would be a badass team. Those two could take the Iron Throne, as they're both legit candidates to the throne of this R plus L equals J storyline that's now over, as it's being confirmed that Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, even, I keep pronouncing that wrong, had Jon Targaryen. So there it is. We now know who Jon Snow's mother is, and it was an epic announcement finding out finally who Jon Snow's mother is officially, even though we already knew who it was, but they kept teasing you and teasing you and teasing you. And like I predicted in my previous video, that it would be unveiled in this episode, and it was. So that was a pretty cool thing to find out in the episode. The only other thing I can think of going forward is, how will Jon Targaryen find out? Who is going to tell him? Obviously, Bran is the only other person who could tell him. So Bran Stark's going to tell him, and how will he react? And obviously, how is Daenerys going to react that she's got a sibling that is alive? So it'll be pretty cool to see how them two gel together. I presume Daenerys and Jon Targaryen is going to find out within the next episode that they're actually related, and that's going to be a cool dimension to find out. Anyway guys, please like, subscribe and comment. I'll see you soon.